National parks are America. When you think about the America that our ancestors dealt with, when they were uncovered wagons or they're just walking alongside a wagon, they literally were feeling America right through their feet. So when you're on a trail, you're experiencing that.
Even people that have never hiked before are given that gift of how to hike by having a good trail. The wildness of Yosemite comes as sort of a surprise to a lot of people. I mean, 95% of Yosemite is designated wilderness. We always felt that the trail system was the absolute best tool that those of us that were trying to protect the wilderness had.
The purpose of a trail system is to allow the visiting public to access the wilderness and see the beauty of Yosemite without having a negative impact on the resource.
When you're walking on a trail that's perfectly designed, that frees you up to just go, oh, look at that right there. What's that? That's the power of a good trail. And so that's what's powerful about trail work, is that you're creating the pathway for people to experience beauty.
Hey guys. Hey.
On trail crew, you really develop a very strong teamwork ethic.
All right.
Yeah.
Plus, you just learn the, I think, real value of hard work, of getting up in the morning, going to work even when you're tired.
Today, I woke up, was tired, could barely get out my tent, and I thought about why I came here, and I thought about, I guess I thought about my past and my future. So I guess that's what got me up. And on top of that, the cook, she cooks, she makes some real good food, so I was looking forward to that too.
Taking those young adults and putting them into the deep backcountry is enormous. It's an enormous thing to do. It's hard back there. It is not easy back there. And for those kids especially, it is a huge change for them. And to see what those kids do is absolutely astounding and so life-changing. And they shine.
I used to sell drugs, I used to just commit crimes, I used to rob people and things like that.
Yeah, let's move it out of the way more.
But I made a transformation, The core was like the open door, and I just stepped through that open door.
I was born in East LA. I was born in a bathtub. At high school, I started hanging out with the wrong crowd, and soon enough, I was at a continuation school. My junior year, my mom's passed away. My mother passed away from cancer, and I realized that there was nobody there to cuddle me when things were going wrong, and I had to man up and be the person who I am now.
I was born in Burma, in Rangoon. When I was 4 years old, the Burmese government, they trying to kill us, so we become the refugee people in Thailand. I miss my home, my family in Thailand, and especially my mother. It's really hard for me to build a new life in U.S. But the people who stay here with me, they are really amazing, and we all struggle together. Even though we tired, we make one another happy. That's the good one.
My mom
That's a
left
good
and
one.
stayed in.
It's a group and it's a team effort, and it's really amazing. It's really cool to see a group of individuals come together, form this community, and just really love it.
There are a lot of people who come out and they're the hardest workers and the fastest hikers, but that's only, half of the job. It's kind of the people that are able to work well within the community because you live out here for 6 months and you don't see anyone else. So you kind of have to learn to live with each other. And, you know, everyone has their ups and downs, and it's the people that succeed in making everyone else's life a little bit easier who are, you know, really get every aspect.
I've seen people just kind of step up and be like, I'm tired and you're tired, but I'll carry the double jack today because I know that you had a tough weekend. And so I'm going to take care of you today, you know?
The pain that you're in swinging that pickaxe, or the pain that you're in moving that boulder around, is shared with the people that are part of your crew. And you can literally see the positive outcome of all this work and all this toil.
We make a trail for the people who like hiking. So that is make me really happy because I like to serve people.
Service. It is so undervalued in our culture, this whole notion of service.
Thanks for working on the trails, you guys. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
When you're working on the trails and building that infrastructure, you are giving a gift to people you may never meet and generations that are not even born yet.
We're really hammering in never to take more than you give out here. And so hoping that they take that into the front country with them after this program.
When the current CCC showed up in the late 70s, 1979, that the trail system was pretty deteriorated. Without our over 30-year relationship with the CCC Backcountry Trails program, we'd be hurting.
I'm calling this 8 England because this other end's shallow.
The contribution of the CCC is critical. You know, it's how we first start developing the required skills in our workforce, and then we're able to recruit the best of the best out of the CCC and make them National Park Service employees.
This rock roughly weighs 16,800 pounds.
Yosemite has always historically had a problem recruiting and retaining a diverse workforce. Well, our relationship with the Seas has allowed us to really improve that diversity. Over 150 former backcountry Corps members have come to work for the National Park Service just in Yosemite.
I'm really looking into coming back to this park and working for it as an NPS worker. And I think I'm actually going to do it. So I'm pretty confident that I will come back and work these trails.
The career thing happens primarily because when you don't want to leave. When you have an environment that you associate with great friendships, with great times, with lots of laughter, hard work, but also fun, why would you want that to end? When the kids come here, it may be the first experience of wilderness in their family, their immediate family. Frequently, as a person of color, especially if you're in that lower rung or echelon of income, you don't have the financial wherewithal to take that 2-month trip to the national parks.
Yosemite 2!
I have a lot of nieces and nephews actually, and I could see them running around in this park and having a lot of fun. I wish somebody would have brought me here when I was a kid, you know, when I was 6, 7 years old. I would have loved it. If I ever have kids, I will bring my kids here and be like, your father laid that rock, you know? It's there because he put it there.
Trails are kind of like a kind of music that you're walking on. There's a crescendo that builds up to that scene of that mountain. There's something that's a quiet moment where you're by a lake. There's another moment where there's a little bit of more attention because you're going through a forest. I mean, it's really kind of designed. It's not just dealing with the topography, it's also just dealing with, you're in Yosemite. Let's show Yosemite at its best.